What are restricted stock units? Well, restricted stock units, also referred to as RSUs, are a form of executive compensation paid to you in company stock. Now, there are a few characteristics that must be known in order to effectively strategize with these RSUs, which I'm hoping you can grasp from this video today. The first thing I want to cover with your AT&T RSU program are the two very distinct dates, those being the grant date and the distribution date. Now, the grant date, which you can think of as the arrival date, is the date that you were assigned these RSUs. And the distribution date, which you could think of as the yours date, is the date that you have these RSUs in hand. Now, recognize that your term of employment does dictate how many shares you have access to. So if you're somebody who's planning on retiring from AT&T or leaving AT&T, it's important in order to strategize that departure from the company. Now, the other characteristics I want to cover with the AT&T RSU program are the tax implications. When the RSU is given to you on the distribution date, you will owe income tax on that grant amount. Now, if you decide to hold on to the shares after the distribution date, any appreciation in the stock from there, you will owe capital gain taxes on. So now that you have these RSUs in hand, what should you do? What is in your best interest? Well, we typically recommend selling and liquidating the shares after the distribution date. Why, you might ask? For a few reasons. One being the single stock exposure. If you hold on to those AT&T shares, that is not a diversified approach to investing. And you really, like I said, applying yourself to a lot of single stock exposure. And the other reason, possibly the biggest reason, is these RSUs are a form of compensation. So to that end, you don't want to leave your compensation to risk in the form of company stock. So when you have the ability to move it, do it. Okay, everyone, that is your AT&T RSU program from a 1,000-foot view. If you're somebody who wants to really dive into your RSUs and how we can effectively strategize around your financial landscape, please reach out to your advanced capital advisor. Appreciate you all taking some time with me today.